Hey Everjohn, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that is super important for anyone in a relationship or hoping to be in one. We're talking about the subtle, almost invisible signs women give when something's not quite right. These aren't the big, dramatic arguments. They're the quiet whispers that often get missed, but can signal major trouble ahead. Fellas, this one's especially for you. Because learning to read these signs can make all the difference between a relationship that thrives and one that unexpectedly falls apart. And ladies, stick around. You might recognize some of these, and it can help you communicate more clearly. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about emotional distance. This is a big one. It's when she stops sharing the little details of her day. Remember when she used to tell you about that annoying coworker or the funny thing that happened at the grocery store? If that stopped, and her answers to how was your day have become a simple fine. Pay attention. It's not just about her being tired, it's a sign she's started to emotionally disengage. She might feel like you're not listening or that you don't care, so she stops making the effort. This emotional retreat is her way of protecting herself from disappointment. If you notice this happening, don't just ask what's wrong. Instead, try creating a space for her to share. Put your phone down, make eye contact, and say something like, "Hey, I feel like we haven't really connected lately. I miss hearing about your day. Tell me what's been on your mind." It shows you're not just noticing her silence, you're missing her presence. The next sign is a shift in physical affection, and I'm not just talking about what happens in the bedroom. I'm talking about the small, everyday touches. The hand squeeze while you're driving, the hug when you get home, the casual arm around her shoulder while watching a movie. When these little moments of connection start to fade, it's a huge red flag. Physical touch is a primary way many people feel loved and secure. When a woman pulls back, it often means she's feeling disconnected, hurt, or unappreciated. She might be creating a physical barrier because an emotional one is already there. Instead of demanding more affection, which can make her retreat even further, try reinitiating these small non-demanding gestures yourself. Gently take her hand, give her a warm hug without any other expectation, or simply sit closer to her on the couch. Show her you value that physical closeness for its own sake. Now, let's talk about the we versus I shift. When you first got together, it was probably all "what are we doing this weekend?" or "we should totally go there." If you start hearing a lot more "I am thinking of going to the movies" or "I need to figure out my plans at S," a subtle but powerful indicator that she's starting to see her life as separate from yours. She's mentally detaching herself from the partnership and focusing on her individual identity. This often happens when she feels her own needs, goals, or friendships are being sidelined in the relationship. She's trying to reclaim her sense of self. The key here is to get curious, not defensive. Ask about her plans. Say, "That sounds fun. What made you want to do that?" Show interest in her individual world. Better yet, proactively support her independent interests. Encourage her to have that girls' night out or take that solo trip she has been talking about. When she feels you support her individuality, she'll be more likely to want to bring that we back into the equation. Another sign that's easy to miss is when she stops fighting with you. This sounds counterintuitive, right? Less fighting should be a good thing. But there's a difference between a peaceful relationship and one where one person has simply given up. If she used to bring up issues, voice her frustrations, or argue about things that mattered to her, and now there's just silence. Be worried. This silence isn't peace, it's apathy. It means she no longer believes that talking about the problem will lead to a solution. She's decided it's not worth the energy anymore. She's concluded that you won't listen or change, so she's stopped trying. If you notice a sudden drop in conflict, don't celebrate the quiet. Address it. You could say, "I've noticed we haven't disagreed on much lately. I want to make sure you feel like you can always tell me if something's bothering you. Your voice is important to me." This opens the door for her to share what she's been holding back. Let's move on to changes in her future. When a woman is invested in a relationship, she naturally includes you in her future plans. Whether it's a vacation next summer or just a concert next month, if she starts talking about her future in a way that sounds suspiciously like you re-nod in it, that's a major warning. She might talk about my future apartment instead of our future home, or mention long-term career goals that would require her to move without ever discussing what that would mean for you as a couple. This is her mentally rehearsing a life without you. She's building a future where she's the only guaranteed character. If you hear this, it's time for a serious but calm conversation about where you both see the relationship going. It's better to know now if your visions for the future are no longer aligned. Next, a very subtle one. She stops asking for your help. Women are often conditioned to be self-sufficient, but in a healthy partnership, you rely on each other. If she used to ask you to help with that high shelf or get your opinion on an email, but now she's handling everything herself, it's a sign of a growing divide. It could mean a couple of things. 1. She feels like asking for help is a burden to you. Or 2, and this is the tougher one, she's practicing being single. She's proving to herself that she doesn't need you, making a potential breakup seem less daunting. The best way to counter this is to be proactive. Offer your help before she has to ask. Notice when she's struggling with something and jump in. Say, "Let me get that for you," or "Want me to take a look at that?" Re-establish yourself as her partner and teammate, not just a bystander. Finally, and this is a big one for the digital age, pay attention to her social media. Is she still posting pictures of you too? Is she still engaging with your posts? A sudden drop-off in your digital presence in her life can be very telling. If she used to be your biggest cheerleader online, and now there's just radio silence, it's a form of public distancing. It could also be that her friends and family are getting a different story about your relationship than you are, and she's curating her feed to match that narrative. While you shouldn't become a social media detective, a noticeable change in her online behavior is worth noting, especially when combined with these other signs. It's another piece of the puzzle that shows she's pulling away. So, what's the big takeaway here? All of these signs point to one thing: a breakdown in connection and communication. They are symptoms of deeper issues: feeling unheard, unappreciated, or emotionally abandoned. The solution isn't to play detective and call her out on every little sign. The solution is to be a better partner. Be more present. Listen actively. Show appreciation for the little things. Initiate affection. Support her individuality. And create a safe space where she feels comfortable being vulnerable and honest with you, even when it's hard. Relationships don't just end overnight. They fade away through a series of missed signals and unaddressed needs. By learning to recognize these subtle cries for connection, you can address the cracks before they become giant canyons that are too wide to cross. It's about being attentive, empathetic, and willing to put in the work that a lasting, happy relationship requires. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this was helpful. If it was, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss our future content. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced any of these signs from either side. I'd love to hear your stories. Stay connected, and I'll see you in the next one.